The two main questions that I get from new security guard company owners are: one, how do I write a proposal? And two, how do I price my services? We'll get to pricing your services in the next video, but right now, let's talk about creating a proposal that will win you some contracts. Let me correct something that I just said. Proposals don't really win contracts. Contracts are won by the hard work that you put in leading up to submitting your proposal. You have to always remember that in many cases, proposals are used by people who buy security guard services to help disqualify vendors. For example, if that potential customer has 5 or 10 proposals from security guard companies that they have to review, they are looking for reasons to disqualify companies to help narrow their decision. Misspellings, non-responsive, submitted late, all of those will get your proposal thrown in the garbage. So let's talk about creating a proposal that doesn't get you disqualified. The foundation of a great proposal starts before you even sit down at your computer. Your proposal writing process should start by thoroughly reviewing the request for proposal that is given to you by your potential customer. In many cases, an RFP can be 10, 20, or even 50 pages long. No matter how long the RFP is, I can't emphasize enough that you have to read and comprehend every page. The reason that reading and comprehending the RFP is so important is that the RFP in many cases will describe exactly what has to be in your proposal. For instance, the RFP may request that you outline your employees' training program and the topics that you cover. It might request bios on every manager from your company, or it may ask for the description of a transition plan. If you don't include each of those required sections, guess what happens to your proposal? Again, buyers are looking for reasons to disqualify you, but in some instances, you might not be provided with an RFP. The prospect might just want a proposal from you. So what do you do then? In those cases, you should arrange a site visit so that you can meet with the prospect, have them walk you through the property, and describe their wants and their needs. During the site visit, your main focus is getting to understand exactly what the prospect expects from their security vendor and how they define a successful engagement with that security provider. If you walk away from that site visit without knowing their definition of success, I would consider that site visit a total waste of time. Hashtag failed. At no time should you ever submit a proposal to someone without having an RFP or at the minimum a site walkthrough. If someone just wants a proposal from you without investing in a site walkthrough, it's one of 3 things. First, they just need a proposal so they can meet some standard that their company has set for the number of proposals that need to be reviewed before selecting a vendor. 2, they just want to use your proposal to get a price reduction from their current vendor. Or 3, they don't really care about their security service, which will make them a really bad customer. Either way, it's a waste of your time, so beware. In those cases where someone just wants a proposal, at most, personally, I just email them a company brochure and call it a day. Now back to our regularly scheduled program. Site visits are really important, and you should always try to get one. When you're on your site visit, you'll probably be really excited about getting in the door, and you might be tempted to try to close the sale during the site visit. I would say that you should try to strike a balance between bragging about your company and actively listening to the prospect. Generally speaking, if you let the prospect talk enough, they will tell you everything that you need to know to construct a winning proposal. Okay, so now that you've thoroughly reviewed your RFP and/or conducted your site visit, let's talk about how to put together your proposal. Actually, let's break this into 2 videos because I have been talking a while. Part 2 coming up.